Hi, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to Prospeak. This is the place where we break down cool idioms to help you sound more confident, whether you're at work or just hanging out with friends. So grab a seat and let's dive into today's phrase go out on a limb. So, what does go out on a limb mean? It has two main meanings, and both are super useful. First, it means taking a risk to support someone else. Second, it's when you make a bold guess about something you're not totally sure about. Easy enough, right? Let's look at some examples to make it clearer. Imagine this. You're in a team meeting and your boss is asking why a project is late. They're staring straight at your coworker, ready to blame them. But you know they've been working hard and the delay wasn't their fault. You speak up. Actually, it's not their fault. We hit a few unexpected setbacks. You're sticking up for them, even though it might feel risky with the boss. That's the supporting someone side of the idiom. Now, let's switch to the bold guess meaning. Say your friend asks, do you think it's going to rain tomorrow? You glance at the sky, see a few clouds, and say, I'll go out on a limb and say yes, even though the forecast says no. You're just guessing, not based on much, but it's casual and fun. That's the taking a shot in the dark side of the idiom. See how it works? Two meanings, but both are handy in different situations. Okay, now, so where does this phrase come from? It's got a cool backstory. Picture climbing a tree. The word limb means a branch. If you inch out onto one, you're taking a risk. That branch could snap or you might fall. So, going out on a limb came to mean putting yourself at risk, either because you're brave or chasing something worthwhile. Fun fact, this phrase has been around forever. The earliest use I found was in 1895 in a newspaper called the Steubenville Daily Herald. They were talking about politics and said something like, we've got 'em out on a limb. All we've got to do is shake it or saw it off. Pretty wild, right? That's over 120 years of this idiom being used. All right, let's get a bit more practical. How else do you use this in everyday life? It's super flexible. Say your friend's stressing over a football game, trying to predict the winner. You could say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the underdog's going to win. You're making a bold call, and it sounds cooler than just saying, I think they'll win. Or at work, maybe your team's trying to figure out why a client backed out of a deal. You might say, I'll go out on a limb and say it was the pricing, not the product. You're tossing out a thoughtful guess, and it shows you're thinking critically. And there you have it. Go out on a limb is your go-to phrase for taking a risk or making a bold guess with style. Whether you're backing someone up or throwing out a wild theory, it's a great idiom to keep in your back pocket. That's all for today, folks. Keep practicing, stay sharp, and don't be afraid to go out on a limb in your own conversations. Catch you next time.